Join me as I put lab-grown coffee to the test. Can it really replace my daily brew? Let's find out! Lab-grown coffee, also known as cultured coffee, is a game changer in the making. Imagine your daily cup of joe, but instead of being grown on a tree, it's cultivated in a lab. Sounds like science fiction, right? But it's real, and it's gaining traction. Conventional coffee farming has some serious issues. For one, it's a major driver of deforestation. We're talking millions of acres of forest cleared just for coffee plantations. And then there's climate change. Coffee plants are super sensitive to temperature and weather fluctuations, which makes it harder to grow high-quality beans. Not to mention the water and pesticides needed to keep those plants healthy. The industry's sustainability issues are stacking up. The environmental impact is staggering. Coffee farming accounts for a huge chunk of greenhouse gas emissions. And it's not just the farming itself. The transportation and processing of coffee beans also take a toll. We're talking about a massive carbon footprint just for your morning cup. It's a problem that's been brewing for years, and it's time for a solution. Some of the most popular coffee-producing countries are already feeling the heat. Rising temperatures and changing precipitation patterns are altering the landscape. It's getting harder for farmers to grow coffee and for companies to source high-quality beans. The future of coffee is uncertain, and that's where lab-grown coffee comes in. The technology behind lab-grown coffee is pretty cool. It involves taking coffee plant cells and growing them in a controlled environment, like a bioreactor. It's similar to lab-grown meat, but instead of muscle tissue, we're talking coffee cells. The result is a product that's identical to traditional coffee, but with a much lower environmental impact. One of the biggest benefits of lab-grown coffee is its water usage. Traditional coffee farming uses a ton of water, especially for irrigation. Lab-grown coffee, on the other hand, uses a fraction of that water. And since it's grown in a lab, there's no need for pesticides or fertilizers. It's a much cleaner and more sustainable process. Lab-grown coffee also offers a level of consistency that's hard to achieve with traditional coffee. Since it's grown in a controlled environment, the flavor and quality are always consistent. No more bitter or sour cups of coffee. It's a game changer for coffee lovers. Recently, a company called Atomo Coffee made headlines with its lab-grown coffee. They've perfected the technology and are now selling their coffee in major retailers. It's a major breakthrough, and it shows that lab-grown coffee is more than just a concept. It's a viable alternative to traditional coffee. Atomo Coffee's lab-grown coffee has been tested by coffee connoisseurs and experts, and the results are impressive. The flavor is rich and smooth, with notes of chocolate and caramel. It's hard to tell the difference between lab-grown and traditional coffee. That's a major win for the industry. The implications of lab-grown coffee are huge. Imagine a world where coffee is no longer a contributor to deforestation and climate change. It's a future where we can enjoy our daily cup of joe, guilt-free. That's the potential of lab-grown coffee. In summary, lab-grown coffee is a revolutionary concept that's gaining traction. It offers a sustainable and consistent alternative to traditional coffee. With its lower environmental impact and rich flavor, it's an attractive option for coffee lovers. So, what do you think about lab-grown coffee? Are you willing to give it a try? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in more sustainable food innovations, check out my video on plant-based burgers. Thanks for watching.